Finally, the HBO series called Euphoria have released the final episode of the second season. There we have seen all the consequences of the reckless actions of the main characters like Rue, Jules, Elliot, Nate, and of course Cassie, and how the rest of Lexi's play turned out to be. The second season as a whole surprised the audience with darker plot lines and beautiful cinematography with art references. While the discussion around the last season is slowly ending, however, now that the authors confirmed the release date of the third season, 2024, everyone makes their guesses of what to expect in the following series. That is why in today's video I will try to mention all the main theories that may predict the future of Euphoria's characters. Let's fantasize a bit and try to predict some of the plot lines that are going to be explored in Season 3. Hey guys, welcome back to the Mystery 5 channel, where I collect all the useful information on theories and mysteries in the online and offline world. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoy my videos on Euphoria breakdown. I always appreciate your support. So the first prediction about Season 3 is that Rue will finally realize the importance and necessity of recovery. As we know, Sam Levinson, the writer and maker of the show, has the main goal of showing the harsh reality of addiction, but also reassuring people that recovery is possible. Most certainly, people need to see hope and the light at the end of the tunnel for Rue's addiction. I'm pretty sure the writers want to show an example of a positive change and fulfilling sobriety, even in the most horrible situations like opioid addiction. Another interesting assumption is that the main characters will face some kind of redemption in the next season. All of them acted like ignorant and immature people. Well, they are teenagers after all, so I think their growth and personality improvement should be shown next, especially for Cassie, who has to learn to recognize her own self-worth and confidence. To conclude this theory, a lot of users predict some kind of lesson in the next season that makes the foolish characters understand the value of their mistakes. As Rue has said herself,
Jules was my first love. I'd like to remember it that way.
Hence, the third theory is that Rue and Jules won't get back together because their love story came to a logical end. Both of them betrayed each other, lied and made mistakes, so their relationship doesn't really have any positive future. It seems like their plotline is already a closed chapter. Well, what is your overall opinion about the relationship between Jules and Rue? Can you tell who was right and who was wrong? Do they have a future together? Personally, I think it's more complicated than black and white mentality where Jules is bad and Rue is good. Both of them are flawed characters with personal baggage of past regrets. However, they seem to just have grown apart. They weren't willing to work on this relationship and keep their promises, so it ended pretty tragically. As you guys mentioned in the comments under my Rue sells her body for drugs video, Laurie will probably show up again in the third season. By the way, thank you for expressing your interesting opinion in the comments below. Speaking of Laurie, she will certainly be an important character because she will have to take revenge on Rue for the lost suitcase of drugs, as it was promised in her threat. Also, Faye implied that Laurie was responsible for the death of Mouse, which will be dealt with in Season 3. I assume there will be lots of shenanigans with Laurie's drug dealing and human trafficking mafia. If you are an observant fan of the show, you probably noticed that the sound of the last shot by the police wasn't illustrated by the scene of Ashtray's death. That makes us think that maybe Ashtray wasn't killed back then, and the shot was aimed at something or someone else. Sadly, we'll be able to understand what really happened in their house only 2 years from now. Let's hope the plot twist will be worth the wait. Also, the theory states that the third season will be the last one because usually a long-running show leads to lower quality, and that is definitely not something the show is being made for. That's it for today's theories. Do you agree with these predictions? Please share your own thoughts in the comment section. I enjoy reading your feedback.